Welcome to the tour of Casey Station. This is the main sign at the front where there's locations to about 15 other places around the globe. Over the bay, which is Newcomb Bay, you can see on the far side is Wilkes. It's an old American station. There's a little hut there that people often frequent on a Saturday night. It's a nice place to get off station. We're just going to do a bit of a walk around and pick out all the buildings and show you where I'm living for the next year, I suppose. Yeah. So let's go. Welcome to the Red Shed. The bedroom, or the donga as they call it at Casey, and everyone's got their own room pretty much. There's a couple of outdoor accommodation areas, but we'll walk past them on our way down the main street. There's heaps of bathrooms along the other side for everybody. Everyone's got their computer set up, they can access the internet, talk to their friends. So here we are upstairs in the Red Shed. This western wing is all accommodation. There's a laundry and bathroom down there as well. Upstairs in this mezzanine level we've got a bit of a cardio room with some exercise bikes and running machine. We've got the Odeon cinema. We've also got a bit of extra storage above the kitchen where we keep all our band equipment. And behind me is the library with stacks of books and videos and all sorts of stuff. So this is the Odeon cinema. We've got nice comfy chairs. Most of the movies are going through this overhead projector. We can hook up video, CDs, DVDs, all sorts of things to that. The big screen's behind me, and in this direction is all of the old 16mm projection gear. We've got quite a few rolls of really old stuff, and on a Sunday night this place is packed. Everyone gets a nice glass of red and we all kick back and watch an old 16mm film. It's the perfect way to end the week. Let's check out the bar. Want a beer, mate?
I love beer, mate.
It's a good batch, this one. Gonna get a bit ahead.
Cheers, mate.
That's another one too. Welcome to the brewery. This is our friendly summer doc, Mark Rickard Bell.
Hello.
We're getting another guy coming in winter.
Lloyd?
But Lloyd Fletcher. But this bloke's done a great job over the summer and it'll be...
Yeah, everyone's recovered.
Yeah. He's had a pretty good stay. There's been not too many injuries and it's certainly been a good bloke to have around. So
Good.
Thanks, Doc.
Pleasure.
Here's the Casey Bottle Shop. It's about the only door in the house that's locked. It's open every Thursday and we can get a weekly ration of alcohol.
Hi
And
Pete, how are
here's
you?
our station leader.
How's it going?
Good. Marilyn.
Hello.
And-
How are you?
She's off to lend a hand in the kitchen for the afternoon.
Something like that anyway. Yeah. Have a good one. See you later. Andrew.
So this is the wallow area. Got the dartboard here, pool table. Through that door is the kitchen and the eating mess. And Marilyn and Andrew are looking at the fireboard. Every time you go off station you've got to move your little name tag across to indicate where you are, if you're on station or you're off station. That way if there's a fire alarm, we can look at the board and we can say, right, everyone needs to muster, and we know who's here and who's not here. This is the outdoor accommodation. There's vans on both sides of the Red Shed for when we have surplus people staying here. They're just basically 2 bunks each end but most have only got 2 people actually staying in them at the moment, and they've got to come inside and use the bathrooms inside the red shed. So this is the science building, where all the laboratories and all the experiments are set up, and we're right up the western end of the main street at Casey.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, well that's what someone said.
Oh,
My skirt is silly.
I'm not. I'll just have a red
Did you
dot.
pack a sari?
No, I didn't. I'll just put a red dot on here.
Sample spinning.
Go, Pete. Yeah, well, this is the Met Office, as you can probably see. This is where we enter all our observations. Over here, I'd like to introduce Gay.
G'day.
Gay is one of the other observers, and this is our home.
So tomorrow's going to be tropical. VNJ4, VNJ4, this is VNJ Casey on channel 19.
VNJ1, VNJ Casey, go ahead.
So this is the green store. This is where all the bits and pieces that we can't fit anywhere else are kept. There's a massive freezer in there where all our food for the winter is stored. We've got racks and racks of bits and pieces for all sorts of trades, and there's also a large dry food storage in there as well. So without the green store we would never survive. So also in the green store is the gym.
So where are we off to now, mate?
The EVS.
EVS, what's that?
It's the emergency vehicle storage, PJ.
And where is it?
It's straight across the road.
Oh, okay.
This is the EVS, the emergency vehicle storage. Over here is the fire Hagland, and we've got 5 Haglands on the station. This one's all set up in the back with a fire pump and all the fire gear. So it's always parked in here, full of water, ready to go if there's a fire. We've also got a hyperbaric chamber for the dive team if they get a bit crook after a dive. So yeah, this is where it all happens for the emergency side of things. So this is one of the other Haglands that we've got on the station. This is just one of the ones that we use to commute around to other areas of the coastline or even locally around station. They're worth about, I'm told, $600,000. They're a Swedish designed machine, and we've got many uses for them on the station here. They're a pretty neat little unit. They don't steer with any track steering or anything, it's just the middle that bends, and that's how you get around corners and everything else. Let's have a look inside. Okay, so here's the driver's seat. It's pretty straightforward. There's just an automatic shift here that's got your 3 forward speeds, a reverse and a neutral, and park. Up here is the GPS. You can use it to navigate your way around the area. There's also radar on the roof as well. Up top here is all the radio consoles, so there's a full radio scanner at the top there, and you can keep communicating with the station when you leave. There's 4 seats for people in here, and in the back carriage is pretty much just open space, benches each side, and they're just used to store cargo. You can put people in there, but it's a lot rougher ride in the back, so we don't usually have people in there. Another great way to get around on station and off station are these quad bikes. We've got a few of them here on the station, and they're a great way to get around on some hard snow when you get off station. They're also excellent on the sea ice when it comes back. It's a really quick way to get from place to place, and we can drive straight along the sea ice and up onto the next peninsula of land to the north or the south. And they're a lot of fun. Here's Tricky Taylor. Hello! Tricky's with the airfield support team.
Absolutely.
And he goes up there and welcomes all the planes that come and go. And he's going home in 3 weeks.
That's it.
So hopefully we'll see him again soon.
That's it. Bit of peace and quiet for you. See you later.
Thanks, mate. So this is the new extension to the workshop building. It's going to be used as the new field store. At the moment it's just a big empty shell inside, but over winter we'll be fitting it out with all the equipment. It's going to house all of our stuff to keep us safe and equipped on our field trips. And then, so connected to the new field store is the existing building, which is the workshop. That's got the Dezo's workshop in there. There's the electricians, the carpenters, the plumbers. There's a massive amount of tools and equipment in there, and we're going to go have a look inside. So this is the Chippy's workshop. Got lots of good gear in here. There's 3 of us entering in 06, so there's a lot of big projects on throughout winter. So right next door to the Chippy's workshop is the plumber's workshop. Out the back here we've just got a couple of big machines like a sheet metal guillotine and a big bender. But we'll have a look inside the plumbers.
Man, they got pipes and stuff.
They're a pretty rare breed to catch on a Saturday afternoon in the plumbing workshop. Right. So right next door to the plumber's workshop is the Sparky. And here's one of our budding electricians right now.
Budding electricians.
Oh, hang on. That's a good thing. What are you making, mate?
Some Saturday Century lights so that we can have a quiz night.
Okay, is it working?
Yeah, it's working. Yeah. Have a go. There we go.
Very good. See,
Light
this is
goes
what they get
on,
up to.
Light goes off.
Looks like a worm in the apple.
Well, this is inside the biggest workshop, which is the diesel mechanics. This is a little plastic igloo that I put together last week. It's going to be for some one of the met techs, or the comms techs actually, are going to be using it for a bit of magnetic observation. But I'm just using this space because it's such a wide open area. There's 3 main bays here, and right over the far end is a big welding bay. I've got lots of equipment. There's a big crane that traverses across the top of the ceiling. And during the week, this is quite a busy place. So this is the second room in the hydroponics shed. This is mostly all herbs, and all along here is all our lettuce. So what happens is each day, there's a bit of a roster, and we come in here and just service the water that feeds all the systems with this gauge. This measures the pH level and the nutrient level in the water. So we've tested it, and we know what we want in each different plant. So we use the pH nutrient proliferation it up or down. And if we maintain it nicely, we usually have no problems and we get a pretty good crop.
So what part of the station are we off to now, mate?
We're going down to the wharf.
Oh, okay.
So,
what's the point of the wharf?
well, that's where the ship comes in and all our little boats pop out for all our jolly trips on the weekend.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. So this is the main highway out of town. In winter, this road is you'd basically be driving level on top of this snow. And at the start of each season, they get in here with the excavators and carve out the road again. They leave these poles in position up here, and that's how they locate where it is. Up ahead here, you can see a couple of buildings. This is part of the old Casey station that was here. They didn't move into the new section until the 80s. Before that, this was where Casey was set up. So, first up on our left here is the old Dezo's workshop, now used to house all the boats, all the inflatable dinghies. And there's also another old Chippy's workshop behind there as well.
So you're saying that's where the old chippies work, or?
That's where the Chippies used to work.
Alright.
And off to the right here is actually the location of where the Casey station used to be. It was like a big tunnel. All the buildings were all connected. So this is the road that leads down to the boat ramp. Straight in front of us is the reel of fuel line that we use when the ship comes in to refuel the fuel farm. That hose is run out. This year it was about 1.2 kilometres, ran out to the ship, and it connected to the fuel farm, which is coming up on our left. Those big tanks over there. Also in front of the fuel farm is the Casey Hollywood sign, and it just received a fresh coat of paint about a month ago.
I believe you did that.
I did actually.
Yeah. You can see some of the patchy work. That's right, we're having an Indian dinner tonight, isn't it? Sort of a little patchy.
Yeah. So here we are at the boat ramp. The tide's up at the moment. So that's the boat ramp. At low tide it looks more like a boat ramp.
You're not planning on getting bogged here?
No, we'll be right. That's Newcomb Bay. And we've got 35 minutes till dinner, mate.
Oh, I'll have to call it quits, I reckon.
Let's head home.
Yeah. Gonna have to scrub up.
So tonight's Indian night. The chefs have been preparing poppadoms and samosas and curries. Should be good. Saturday nights are always a bit of a interesting meal night. They usually lay it on, everyone gets dressed up, puts their best on. This is the frustrated slushy. Overworked, underpaid.
Oh, we had a few cheeky ones. Well,
Michelle, I can't stand this music.
nice work, Robbie. Thanks, mate.
So that concludes our tour of Casey Station. It's a fantastic place to live, and I'm really enjoying my stay here. We've got the winter coming up, and the place is going to change dramatically in that time. We get a lot more snow build up over the rest of the year, and then it'll start to drop off as summer comes along again and the big melt arrives. So thanks for watching.